Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're actually taking a look at the top assault rifles in Warzone. Now the good thing about like the meta right now is you can basically use whatever you guys want, no matter if it's Vanguard, Cold War, or even Modern Warfare guns. And I got like the most picked guns right now for season 1, about to lead into season 2 right now at this current state. Now before I start right today's video for it as well, drop a like, hit the subscribe button if it's brand new, and leave it down in the comment section below and recommend me some guns that you guys don't see in today's video that you guys actually want to see in the next one as well. I will actually be doing more of these top assault rifles or even SMGs loadout if you actually do get more likes on today's video as well. I'm telling you guys, man, I just like to do these type of videos just to try to help you guys out by playing Warzone and just try to get better as well. But let's hop right into today's class setup. Alright guys, so the first gun we're going to be talking about is of course the EM2. Now I do think the EM2 is still a very popular gun that a lot of people are still going to be using. Even after like the so-called recoil adjustment that they actually did for the gun, this gun is still a viable and usable gun. Don't matter how you guys do control the EM2, it still hits hard for any type of long distance range gun itself have. Now, for of course, for the first attachment, I still say it's the best one. It's going to be is the agency suppressor, which actually does help with your recoil control, your bullet velocity, and your fishing damage range, which by far is the best suppressor for all the Cold War guns, no matter if it's a long distance range or even sometimes it's a medium to close range fights itself. For the barrel, I will 100% say for any type of assault rifle itself, it's supposed to rock as a task force barrel, where it's just helps with your bullet velocity, your horizontal and your vertical recoil control, and actually that's helps with your fishing damage range. For the optic, this is really just up to you guys, but I can kind of say is for like the best long range gunfight is of course is the arm 3x scope, which a lot of people 100% to this day is still going to rock this type of optic scope itself. Nobody really doesn't rock no vision tech 2x or any of these like these. Oh, I know, I remember back in the day the multi-zoom scope was apparently was going to be like the new optic meta, but they actually changed it around and just said, you know what, the arm 3x scope is just kind of better in everybody's opinion. For the magazine, you really don't need like no big mag. This is really just up to you guys, but I feel like for a quick aim down sight time, especially with like the EM2 itself, I will 100% say just rock as a 40 round mag. Now if you really don't care nothing about your ADS speed and just want like more bullets in your magazine, kind of just rock as with the standard 50. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a bigger mag, but you are kind of penalizing is your ADS speed with it as well. And for our last attachment, it's going to be the Field Agent Grip, where it just helps us with your horizontal and your vertical recoil control. This actually is kind of what helps you like any long distance range type of fights itself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so our second gun we're going to be talking about is, of course, is the M13. This is by far is like one of the best long distance range guns that has like legit zero, not legit zero, but kind of like a low recoil type of system itself. Now, you guys actually can see this is by far one of the best setups that you guys, of course, should actually be rocking right now for the M13. Now, for the muzzle, we're going to be starting off with is the monolithic suppressor, which actually does help us with your damage range. This is kind of like the agency suppressor, but the agency suppressor has like a more of a kind of like a bonus to the Cold War guns than when it comes down to the Modern Warfare guns, which actually does only help us with your damage range and kind of a little bit help us with your accuracy. Now for the barrel, this is actually by far one of the best barrels that you do rock for the M13, which is the Tempest Marksman, which just helps us with your damage range, your bullet velocity, and your recoil control. Kind of reminds me of like the TAS Forest barrel, which like I said again, helps with every type of long distance range fight, even kind of helps with like the TTK of the M13 with like its fast fire rate. The optic, this is really just up to you guys, which for the Modern Warfare category itself, you can use like whatever type of optic itself. Now this is really just see how it is, like if you want to rock as like your BLK 3x optic scope, or if you guys actually do want to rock as like a corporate combat hollow sight, or I think it's like another one, which I don't know like what's the other one. Or if you guys want to rock, it's like the GI Mini Reflex. Kind of reminds me of like a red dot sight. But if you guys want to see like from like a far distance range, I can kind of say the 3x optic scope is by far as like one of the best optics to do rock for the any like the Modern Warfare guns. Now for the magazine, this is really just up to you guys, but I kind of do prefer it's a 60 round magazine. Now compared from like a Modern Warfare gun to like a Cold War gun, Modern Warfare guns really don't have us like a not really much of a penalty to the attachments for like these magazines itself. It's very, you can actually do notice a difference between like a Cold War gun and a Modern Warfare gun for an ADS speed. And I do think the ADS speed is of course a little bit more faster with like a bigger magazine than it is to a Cold War gun. So I can kind of say if you guys want to rock between like a 60 or 50 round mag, still just rock as a 60 round mag for the M13. It feels a little bit more faster, and it kind of actually does help with like multiple gunfight selections that you guys actually do get into. For the underbarrel, I can 100% say is rock as of course is a Commando foregrip, which actually does help us with your recoil stabilization and your aim and stability. And you guys can see from like all like the stats in like the bottom left hand corner, like the accuracy and your range itself, 100% is like one of the best attachments right now for the M13, and it hits as it is way back in the day. So if you guys want to rock the M13, now's the best time to actually use it. Alright, now for this third gun, this by far is still like one of the best guns to me, in my opinion, that's still good for long distance range fights, and even still hits like a tank even as of right now. They did so many like nerfs to the AMAX that it still feels like it's still one of the best assault rifles right now in Warzone. I don't care like what anybody say, man, the AMAX is still going to be one of my to-go-to loadouts right now at this time. Now for the muzzle, of course, you still want to rock your monolithic suppressor for your damage range. For the barrel, this is still like the Tempest custom marksman barrel, has the same stats, your damage range, your bullet velocity, and your recoil control. So you guys, man, these barrels 100% for the modern warfare guns kind of makes a big of a change and big of a difference, which actually comes down to like the fastest TTK. But I don't know, you guys can let me know down in the comment section below right now, like what is like the fastest TTK to you? Modern warfare guns, Cold War guns, or even Vanguard guns? Even though the Vanguard guns have like 10 attachments with like different type of like scenery around them, man, I just want to know like which like guns you guys think has like the fastest TTK with. VOK for 3-time optic scope. Magazine, of course, the biggest one is going to be a 45 round mag, and of course for the underbarrel, it's a commando foregrip for your recoil stabilization and your aim and stability. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're on our fourth gun right now. So now we have is the Cooper Custom. By far is legit the #1 assault rifle right now for the Vanguard category. Even after the nerf, they actually made the Cooper Custom now more of a viable gun right now for like any type of long distance range fights itself, and I think I have is like the best setup, man, for you guys. So for the first attachment for the muzzle, we have is a Mercury silencer, which actually helps us with your recoil control. Now the only kind about it is taking away your damage range, but I gotta like kind of got like a little twist around to this one that actually can kind of help you guys out. Now for the barrel, I can 100% say its rocket is of course it's your 22 Cooper Custom, which just help us with your highly accuracy, and it kind of helps us with your controllable at range itself. Now it actually does help with your plus fire rate and reduce the sway while aiming down sight. But this is kind of like a little bit of a twist to it, because this is kind of like the best barrel to do rock for this one. You really don't need like no which I think, oh, the ragdoll win, which the ragdoll kind of does feel like it helps out a little bit, but this is kind of not like of a good barrel to do rock for the Cooper Custom. So I can kind of just say, man, just rock as the first barrel for the Cooper Carbine. That actually kind of just help us fight any type of long distance range fight. The optic is really just up to you guys, but I really don't like an optic like zoomed in itself, so I can kind of just say just rock us like this one itself. It actually just help us with your accuracy. You can kind of like zoom in and zoom out from it, kind of from like a 3 times point of view to 6 times. This is really just up to you guys if you guys want to. I really just don't know like what's like the best optic for like the Vanguard category, but I can kind of just say the SVT would kind of actually help me out with any type of long distance range fights. For the stock, I can 100% say the Cooper 45W, which actually does help us with your accuracy and recoil during sustained fight, and actually does help us while moving around, while prone, mounted, and even crouched. Don't matter like what this is, but I mean, hey, it helps with like your recoil control and your accuracy itself. For the perks, I can 100% say the perk one is the best perk. It's going to be its brace. You really don't need no tight grip, or I mean, if you guys want to rock tight grip, it's just kind of good, but I can kind of just say brace is kind of like the best one to actually do rock for the Cooper Carbine. Not like these other perks is gonna be good, not even Vital. Like Vital, if you guys want to rock Vital, but you're only gonna be using this for like a long distance range fight. This is kind of like good if you want to hit the head, but the Cooper hits real good even from like a headshot range itself, so you really don't need Vital. I can kind of just say perk, the brace perk is kind of like the best one at this time. Perk 2 is going to be fully loaded for max ammo. Rear grip is going to be a polymer grip. Magazine is going to be a 60 round mag drum, which actually just helps with your recoil control and your accuracy, your plus fire rate, your ADS speed, but you are losing a little bit of your damage, your bullet velocity, and your bullet potential. But don't worry about that, man. I'm telling you guys, man, the 60 round magazine is by far like one of the best magazines to do rock for the Cooper Carbine. Ammunition is going to be your lead in for your plus bullet velocity, and for my underbarrel mask, you're going to be rocking is a Carver foregrip. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and our last gun we're going to be talking about is, of course, is the Kilo 1-for-1. Now, recently in Warzone, the Kilo has actually been hitting like mad heavy. A lot of people actually said it got like a little secret buff to it, man. I don't know. I tried it out the other day, man, for a video. The the kilo just feel like it's just feel like a little bit different right now. So here's the class up 100% gonna be telling you guys to do. Rockets, of course, is your monolith fixed suppressor for your damage range, for the barrel. So it's the Shingar Arm 19.8 Prowler barrel for your damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. VLK 53-time optic scope, 60 round magazine, of course, itself, and my underbarrel is going to be the commando foregrip for your recoil stabilization and your aim and stability. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, man, with all these 5 top assault rifles right now in Warzone. But if you guys did enjoy, man, leave a like on today's video, comment down below some guns you guys want me to use for the next video as well. But as always, enjoy the rest of you guys' day.